Hi there, this is Lori Edge-Hughes, and this is your 4-Leg Rehab Minute. And today's minute, I want to talk about diaphragm correlations. So, this comes about because of a dog I saw and treated just yesterday, he always does these very elaborate, long, downward dog stretches when he comes to see me. And I'm like, does he always do this? She says, well, yeah, now that I think about it. I said, that is kind of weird. And so, I treated some things the last time. I said, just let me know if this reduces the downward dog stretches. And best I can recall, I think she thought, yeah, did a little bit. So anyways, fast forward to yesterday. And she says, he's been doing a lot more of those downward dog stretches at home. And, her husband had noticed. And so, I don't know, see what you can see. So I kind of assessed everything like I normally would, neck and back and ribs and pelvis and that. And he's like a super fit dog. So it's not like he's limping or anything's like obvious. And I'm like, I have an idea, because he didn't actually have much of any back pain. But I got in and I thought I should check on his diaphragm, right? So behind the rib cage and popped in and checked his diaphragm, and he was really, really tight, more so on one side than the other side. So I released both sides diaphragms. And I did some extra work on the one that was super tight. And then I did a bunch of mobilizing of the ribs that were kind of just the caudal ribs, 13, 12, 11, those guys, they were kind of stiff as well. So we'll see how he does. But it made me think about all the interesting things that the diaphragm can correlate with. So it can be a missing piece of your treatment puzzle for iliopsoas. It can be a missing part for issues like here in this thoracolumbar junction, especially dogs that maybe have a little bit of a roach back in through there, that might be a missing piece in addition to whatever you're treating on the spine, that you maybe have to look at releasing the diaphragm. There is actual human research that shows a correlation between diaphragm and cervical spine. So that's interesting. I got all the dogs visiting now, and of course, and rib sort of things in there as well. So it was just interesting. Hi. It was just interesting to me, and it made me think. There's likely a whole lot more times that we should be thinking about the diaphragm or adding in, very needy, adding in some treatment for the diaphragm. So that's it. I gotta pet my dog now. Okay. Until next time. Cheers.